Welcome back to That Soccer Podcast. I'm Alvin,
My name is Joe.
and we have our special guest today, my cousin.
Enver.
And for this episode, we're basically going to go over the past week of games and kind of highlight what happened. We also have France and Denmark on right now on our side. So if you see us looking over there, that's where the game is. And thanks to everyone that watched the second episode. It was a little, I guess, out of our comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, we
So-
went a little more in depth about our lives instead of just making it strictly about soccer. That's what we kind of plan to do in these episodes. Tell you a little bit about ourselves and what we do. But for right now, do you think we should get started on the first game?
Well, let's introduce our guest.
Oh, you're right.
And this is Enver, plays D3 soccer.
Yeah, Division 3 soccer in the Centennial Conference for Ursinus men's soccer. This was my first season playing. We didn't do our best this season, but I see the team going in the best direction. And since we're playing in a top league in D3, it's just so competitive. So I love the league, and I think honestly, with the new coach we've had, we're trying to rebuild chemistry and get players to understand each other more. And so I think when next year, coach is going to bring in strong players, and we're just going to get really good and be a really strong team. So I honestly think we're going to do much better next season, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to get back on the field.
What was your record this season?
This season we were 4-9-3.
It's not
Three,
horrible.
three is ties, right?
Yeah, we had 3 or 4 ties. I think 3. But I know we had 4 wins.
How was your experience? Because this is your first year of college, too.
Yeah, so honestly, I was kind of preparing for it. I knew what it would be like somewhat by just hearing from people about college soccer and just even maybe on YouTube, you just hear about people's experiences. And so I was preparing and stuff, although I didn't get the start that I wanted to just because of injuries. And this was one of the things that was kind of like a nightmare for me, was getting injured right before season. And it was,
How long were you out for?
I was out for almost 2 months, a month and a half,
Damn.
with torn labrums. And just before I came into the season, it happened in preseason. I just tore my labrum.
In practice?
Yeah, it was actually a pickup. And then I
Mm.
came in and I wasn't ready. I thought it was a muscle injury. So I'm thinking that I'm going to get in after 2 weeks, I'll be fine. But then I realized it was actually an ongoing pain that just didn't get better. And so I realized I had to get an MRI. Got that, found out I tore both of my labrums, but only have pain
Damn.
on my left side.
Okay.
And so that sucked because the issue with it is that you go in, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and you're trying to get coach to recognize you as a strong player that he could count on and choose you to play as a freshman. And I was just seeing that I was losing opportunities just because I had to sit there every practice. I had to come there no matter what because I'm a part of the team. I had to show commitment to coach and show them some good form of gratitude and attitude so that they could obviously have liking towards me. And I had to watch every game. I had to watch every practice. So that really sucked. But
Yeah.
eventually I did get back in. When I got healthy, I got cleared and I played immediately because I was able to make a statement and force myself into the team right
Mhm.
away. So I was happy with that.
What position did you play?
Question. Hold on, I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's a labrum?
Labrum, yeah. I didn't know what it was until I got the injury.
That's what gives you stability in your hips, right?
Yeah, so it's the cartilage, that big round cartilage that goes into your pelvis from the femur. So at the very
Sure.
top, you have that ball of cartilage that's a circle, and it goes right into the pelvis, and it's what moves around when you're doing any movement with your leg. That's what's moving in that socket. And so I tore it because I have pointy hips naturally due to bow-leggedness. Being bow-legged, they just come in more, and it was always over time pinching, I guess, against it, and then one sharp movement, I guess, tore it inside. So
would you have to wear as to support it?
to be honest, you could get it taped, but I didn't really need that when I felt better. So it was more just I had to do, which I still do obviously, is a lot of hip therapy and physical exercise for that. So I would just do bridges, everything for the hips, clamshells, anything that hits the lateral hip, anterior.
Just training your stability.
Exactly, and also building strength so that the muscles could support the tendon, not the tendon, but the cartilage and the bones more. So
Yeah.
How did that affect like your walking and like your everyday life?
it made it annoying, especially since that in the beginning it was so painful to walk, just because like you feel the tear and then the bone gets calcified from tearing into the cartilage because
Mm-hmm.
cartilage isn't really soft in your labrum,
Yeah.
so that when you it's like cutting into like similar to a bone. Obviously, it's not as hard as a bone, but like when you cut in, then the bone itself that cut into it gets calcification. Like the calluses you get
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what happens to the bone, and so that's where I felt the pain. Is
The
in my
callus?
yeah, like from the callus on the bone, not really from the tear, because the cartilage that's torn, you don't really feel that. It's more that
Yeah.
I just feel these calluses going against
Yeah.
scraping. So that's the
Yeah.
annoying part. Yeah, that was annoying.
Wow.
Definitely a mental obstacle throughout the season,
Mhm.
but I stuck with it. Continued to be
So you
strong.
played like the last half of the season or last like quarter?
Last quarter, I got in. I
Okay.
played immediately. I made a good impact. With a couple touches on the ball, almost gave us a crazy assist to win it.
Wow.
4-3 against the team that actually won the league this year, which was
Damn.
Muhlenberg. And that was a surprise from them too to win the
Mhm.
league, because John Hopkins was a clear favorite, and so was Franklin and Marshall, two top 25 teams in the nation, and
Yeah.
they always go to the NCAA tournament. So for Muhlenberg to knock both of them out to win the chip,
Mhm.
that was really impressive. But we ended up tying them when we played. It was 3-1 Muhlenberg,
Mhm.
but we came back to make it 3-3, and I almost had a game-winning assist because
Damn.
it would have been great to see that.
Did you travel a lot? Like
Oh,
how's the farthest you traveled?
exactly. To John Hopkins, we traveled with bus because pretty much anywhere we went, we used buses,
Yeah.
and we traveled
Was like
almost
school
3 hours. School buses were used if it was like 30 to 50 minutes away, like to an
Okay.
hour. But anything above an hour, which like Franklin, Marshalls, and Lancaster,
You had those luxury
Pennsylvania.
buses.
Yeah, we had those like coach buses.
Nice.
So those were nicer, I guess. But still, traveling is always a pain because you get like stiff in the
Mhm.
bus and everything, and then you have to come out and really warm up.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're running late, because one time when we went to John Hopkins,
Mhm.
which was a really big game, we got stuck because the bus driver actually hit a lady, like scraped her car on the side, like almost
what the
like
hell?
T-boned. Yeah, so we were stuck for like another 20 minutes, and we were late to the game. Yeah, so we had to rush onto the field and get warmed up in like a minute or two. It was
Oh
just,
my god.
it was not good. Yeah.
What happened in that game? Did you guys lose?
Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
1-0, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, we
Only
were.
that fucking lady didn't hit you.
Yeah, if she didn't hit us, we would have got a better warm up. No,
That's why I got hired.
the thing is, yeah, she was playing for John Hopkins while they hired her. Yeah, John Hopkins, they made it though. I think they were the best, even though they didn't win.
Mhm.
They went all the way to the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament.
Damn.
So they went really far this year.
And they're D3?
Yeah,
How the hell?
it's just that it's like different NCAA tournaments. So
Oh,
D1
okay.
has their own NCAA tournament, D2 has their own NCAA, and D3 has their own NCAA. And
It runs in the blood because our uncle played D1 in college
yep,
for St. Francis in
yes,
Brooklyn.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, and St. Francis always, they're a good team too in the
Yeah.
NEC conference, so that's good.
All right. Well, I hope you heal your injuries and you guys will play every game next
Yeah,
season.
next year we're
Next
gonna make
season
it
is in the
happen.
fall, right?
Yeah,
Next
fall
fall.
season.
Okay.
Wait, question before we move on. Actually, going back to your question, what position do you play?
Me, I play wing. Wing. I'm generally on the flanks, I would say. So I play wing for the club for college team, and I was playing mainly right wing this season, so they
Okay.
put me on the right wing.
And you're right-footed.
I'm right-footed mainly, yeah.
Say like three-star weak foot.
Three-star weak foot.
3-star. We're getting there.
It's better
With
than
this
But it's
injury,
like it's not like the shit one, the fake one. It's the real
What do
three-star
you
weak
mean
foot.
the fake one?
In FIFA, there's always a fake one and a real one. When people have
What?
when players like three-star weak foot, sometimes it's really good, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it's fake. Like they always miss.
No.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I think generally all 3-star weak foots are pretty good. 2 stars where we get a little
Nah.
shady.
I think I've experienced like, fake ones.
Who
I
has
don't
who has a
remember.
fake
It was like
3-star weak
FIFA
foot?
18, 19. I don't remember exactly what players it was.
All right, I think we should move on to the next
Yeah.
the
So
games because we have a lot. To
hope you
cover.
heal
Yeah.
and get to play next season. But we should get
Yes.
into all the matches for the past week. Since we recorded on Saturday, so the game started on Sunday, which is unfortunate. So we'll get to all the games now. I guess we
How
can
lo-
start with Sunday.
How long do you want to take on each game because we have quite a few to go through?
I mean, we could kind of just like
Some go quicker than others.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, but I feel like knowing us, we're gonna branch out and go into different topics.
what you set a timer for each one,
Should I?
or like I guess maximum like 5 minutes.
Maximum 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
We
Well,
have, like,
some will be
how many
like
games do we have to go through?
this is a score, nothing happened. Next game.
1, 2, 4.
A lot of games.
12
Yeah.
times 5. That's an hour.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, we're not gonna do 5 minutes in every game. Some like some of the 0-0, like nothing happened.
Yeah, but
We have nothing
you know
to
what?
talk about.
Talking about that actually, you know what kind of like bothered me / pissed me off?
What?
Yesterday when I after I went home, right? I had the
Mhm.
radio playing like Z100 or whatever,
Mhm.
and then the guy after we finished watching the USA England game,
Mhm.
it ended 0-0, and then the guy was like talking about whatever in between songs, and he was saying, "I feel like I just wasted my time like that." Right?
What?
He said that. He said, "I feel like I just wasted my time." He's like, "I'm one of those people that are trying to get into soccer, right? Like for the World Cup especially." But like after seeing this boring ass match of USA versus England, I was like, bro,
He obviously didn't watch it.
Was that a commentator?
No, that was somebody on the
Wasn't-
radio.
On the radio.
Oh,
the
That
talk
was
show.
like somebody on the radio talking about
They
something. I was
definitely
like,
didn't watch
"There's
it.
No way.
They
If
just
I-
don't know what's going on.
They
when
like
they
had
see
it on the background, some
Maybe.
shit.
I don't know. But
like tune in every couple minutes,
Yeah.
watch it 30 seconds, and go back to
I
what they're
freaking
doing.
turned off the radio right after that.
People don't
Yeah.
see.
Like,
No,
they obviously didn't watch it because it was a good game.
it was.
it was back and forth the whole time.
We'll get to that game, but to say
Yeah, that was
the
yesterday.
least, it was a stunning game. It was really.
We have Sunday, the first game.
Qatar, Ecuador.
Oh.
I'm Ecuadorian, by the way.
Yeah, he's Ecuadorian.
So I got a
He's
lot
very
of pride.
passionate about his
Yes.
Ecuadorians.
We're gonna go all the way. I'm telling you.
All the way to what?
All the way to the final.
The
and
round of
then- and then-
16.
Don't you dare.
I don't
All the way
know.
to third place.
Maybe
Third place?
Maybe third place.
Nah, I think you guys will get out. You have to beat Senegal.
Get out.
Right?
We're gonna make it to the
Oh.
final.
You have to beat Senegal, don't you?
We're gonna beat everybody.
Okay.
Oh, there
See,
you go.
Sensing a lot of bias.
Very confident in them.
But Ecuador won 2-0 with a very controversial offside decision.
Yeah. No. So I actually looked at back, and
Yeah.
it turns out that I don't really know what the rules about the offside.
What's the rule?
It's like if the keeper is if there's like a player on the team, right,
Mhm.
and he's past the keeper, that player doesn't count. That player's out of the question. So whoever is like in front of the keeper, it's really hard to explain. But if you like look it up like on a video or something, it explains it like visually, right? So let's say this is the field, right? There's I'm gonna call them Qatari players. There's 4 Qatari players. One of them is beyond the keeper on this side, right? He's out of the play, so he's no longer part of the offside rule,
Okay.
right? And then the keeper is right here. It's Ecuadorian right in front of the keeper, and then right behind
So
the
the keeper is
Ecuadorian-
last man.
right.
Oh,
So
I never heard of that.
Yeah, so that's considered the offside rule. So that's why
Oh.
you just scored. No, you didn't.
No.
Anyways, so that's why it was ruled offside, which makes sense now. But after looking through some TikTok comments, I'm getting absolutely
Yeah.
roasted.
Everybody was like bamboozled.
Yeah,
I guess not a lot of people knew the rule.
it's a very confusing rule, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Is it a new FIFA rule like in the World Cup? Or-
No, I think it was always like that. I just you
Yeah.
you have to read it
I
between the
guess
lines, I
That
guess.
situation rarely happens
Yeah, like who the
when
hell
the
runs,
keeper comes up for the last man.
who the hell runs past the keeper?
Yeah.
But
And Valencia brace.
it was still a really convincing win though. in my
It was,
opinion.
yeah.
Like they had like
I
no
mean,
room to breathe.
Qatar plays like a high school team, so it's
What
not.
high school team? There's some good ones. Just
Nah.
kidding.
Not the good ones.
Yeah, not the good ones. Elm Park.
Wow.
Elmwood Park.
Sound bad. Sound bad.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good watching them. They don't know how to kick the ball. They'll be in.
All they do is kick the ball up the field, probably if they get
Yeah,
it.
they just bomb it out and hope for the best.
Yeah. They're obviously
Mm-hmm.
just not qualified as literally and
Mhm.
figuratively for the World Cup. So they weren't gonna do good anyways, but you could just see
Yeah.
that they're struggling with to like hang on with any of these teams. And Ecuador, who's actually showing a lot of prowess, is doing
Yeah, they're playing really well.
very well for themselves. I think they played yesterday or something.
Yeah.
They played really
Netherlands.
1-1 tie, right?
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
This
in
is what I
order.
mean.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so next day, there's only one game on Sunday. Next day,
this is a slaughter
England
fest.
versus Iran, which that was a convincing win by England,
Yeah.
6-2. I
You
mean,
guys want to talk about it, or you want me to start?
what did England destroyed them?
I could
Pretty
just
much.
yeah give you a little bit of a rundown with them. England, it was a training clinic. I mean, it was like they were. It was like they were actually in a training session. They were just like you know
Yeah.
when you watch like England shooting videos and they just like start scoring bangers. That's what it was like. Bayoko Saka,
Mm-hmm.
with a crazy shot from top of the box. He scored 2 goals actually that game. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure.
did.
So for him, that was a really good showing on his
Mhm.
first World Cup.
And they had 6 goals, and I'm surprised Harry Kane didn't score.
Oh yeah,
He
Harry
assisted
Kane.
a couple, didn't he?
Of course.
Yeah, that guy's like a false 9 player now.
Yeah, he assisted 2 goals.
He's not like a target striker.
Yeah, if he's not scoring, then he's assisting. He's
Mhm.
doing a lot for England. I think he's always
Yeah.
the thing with Harry Kane. He's always a threat, no matter if he's scoring or not.
Oh yeah,
So that's what makes England.
you saw that in the USA game.
Yeah, exactly. You just see him get on the ball and you get nervous because you see he might play someone through the wing like Rashford or someone,
Mhm.
whoever is on the wings. And I think what makes England obviously good is that their ball retention is amazing. I think they play through their midfield really well, and they have stellar wingers that they could just swap in left and right. I think this goes with Brazil a little bit too. They have so many good wingers and outlets to play through, and this is what happens with England is that they could just overload the sides of the field with their like
Yeah.
extremely pacey wingers like Rashford,
Sterling.
Sterling, Saka, you name it, and
Mhm.
they just make it so hard for teams to get up the field because they're so worried about a counter
Yeah.
and just speed getting in behind. And so I think that England just walked all over them just because
Mhm.
they were superior, not only technically, also with possession. And in the final third, it was a clinic, like I said.
They also lack center back. They
England.
need to replace that man, Harry Maguire.
Oh,
No, he was good. During the World Cup, he's playing really
He's
good.
only good in the air.
Who cares though? He's good.
His feet.
It's not like he's like
His
like,
feet don't connect to his brain.
It's not like he's a liability. Like in on Man U, yeah, he's a liability for sure. He's literally
I don't
costing
know.
goals. But on England, he's
Also-
doing work.
The midfield didn't look good with against USA.
The
Yeah.
midfield.
Yeah, like they had no control at all.
Yeah, you're right.
I think just the US players are more aggressive.
Yeah. Literally.
well, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, England, Iran got 2 goals though, so they.
The second one was a pen though.
Penalty. How was the first
Yeah.
one? I didn't get to see that, or maybe I
think it was a
forgot.
tap-in,
It was a tap in. Okay, that makes sense.
if I remember correctly.
I think another thing that wasn't really helping Iran was the fact that their keeper got injured like 14 minutes into the game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Shuib, I think was.
What happened to him?
I'm pretty sure he crashed against one of his own players.
He got hit in the
Or,
face.
like, or so something happened with his face. I know that much.
I remember seeing a post on Instagram. It shows like Iran during the World Cups. Last time I think it was like some other player. Oh no, it was getting hit by Hennessy. That game that they had, and then before that, it shows that the keeper for Iran was getting hit by his own player, like smashed
Oh my
into his
God.
face, like they were about to kiss. So that was definitely
Damn.
not good.
All right, we could move on to Senegal versus Netherlands, which I think Netherlands played pretty well against them.
I think you could also say Senegal played well even though they went down 2-0. Like I would say before they got scored on in those towards the end. I mean, I know Gakpo scored a little bit earlier, and I think we could all just like say I think Gakpo personally is going to be one to watch this tournament, and I already said that before. I think he's obviously 2-time player of the month in his league, and he's been showing really good goals and being really successful against any team in the World Cup so far. He's already scored in 2 different
He's
games.
definitely gonna get some offers after
Oh.
World Cup.
100%. And deservingly so. I mean, his last goal that we saw, like top corner with the left foot
Yeah.
side, That was really good. But Senegal, I think, played well. They were actually dominating at one point. I saw them like maintaining possession really well, and they were like they were pressuring Netherlands. And it looked like they had a chance before it went 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to score maybe. Like Senegal was playing well. I think the issue with Senegal, too, is that they don't have Mane, who's a really key player up top. He just puts pressure on any defense he plays against, and he's a good target player to play with. So they don't really have their star player there. It's going to be hard for them to net too many goals in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, Netherlands, I guess I think deserved it too. They held their own.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on them?
It was really back and forth, to be honest, until
Yeah.
like like you said, the first goal, which was scored pretty late on.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the
Was
yeah,
it the
like,
80th minute?
it was the
something?
84th minute by
84th.
Gakpo, and then they scored in the 99th
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
again.
Oh,
so it
yeah.
was, you know, cherry
That
on
was like
top.
yeah. that
But
was
to be honest, I think it could have gone both ways if Senegal had Mane, or like
Yeah.
you know had anybody
Oh,
to
yeah.
basically
They had
finish.
Mane, the whole tournament would be different.
Yeah,
The whole group.
so unfortunate, but
Feels like it.
Yeah.
they were a bad side for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They held their
Senegal
own.
definitely has some players that can hold possession. Now we could move on to USA and Wales, which I think is very disappointing result for USA
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I heard they were dominating pretty much the whole game. They went up in like the 30th minute, 1-0, and then a very I don't know.
Team.
Zimmerman made a huge mistake.
giving the pen.
Yeah, giving the pen to Bale, which I don't know why he would go down. Bale was facing away.
That was terrible. Again, like for a defender at that like stage in the World Cup to make such a silly foul, like it's just like there's no risk for your team when you're playing in such a big stage. And also to just like when he's like facing away from goal, and we know as Gareth Bale, he could score any way he wants, but he's facing away from goal. Like be realistic. If you're gonna foul him and you're gonna literally stick your foot through him and just like charge him like that
Yeah.
inside your own box, then you weren't using your brain
Yeah.
there. I think
It was also up 1-0. You have like
yeah.
Just stay there.
At that point, it's just managing
you
the
don't need
game.
to get the ball.
Yeah, you just manage. You keep him turned away, and as long as he's turned away from goal, that you're doing your job there. You
Also,
can't.
it might be his first World Cup. There's a lot of pressure,
Is it
and they're in his box. Yeah,
It happens. Mistakes like that happen, especially late in the game when you're
Yeah.
like tired of emotions or
Yeah.
adrenaline. Like
Mhm.
you can't like ridicule him too much, although he should be doing. But he should know as a defender,
Yeah.
I can't make silly fouls in the box because then you give away
Should have a lot of
penalties.
experience.
Yeah, it's experience too. But I do think I was watching the game and I think USA dominated first half. It
Yeah.
just looked like it. Even if like Wales had touches on the ball, it just like USA they were passing well. I think the connection was good. The midfield was doing well. I think Giannis Musa very good for a
Oh,
young
yeah.
player. I love how he plays. Like I never
He's
really
really good.
yeah, I never watched him play before this. I didn't know about him. I knew about obviously Tyler Adams and Weston McKinney, you know them. But Giannis Musa really like solidifying his spot in the midfield too, and being actually a pivotal player because he not only helps the attack, but he's also super strong and he helps
Oh,
with
yeah.
defense.
He's fast. Too.
Exactly, and so I think he's like a glue piece in the midfield as well, especially with Tyler Adams there. It's a really good trio that's going on.
Yeah, him and Tyler Adams play really well together.
Exactly. And Timo Way, Timothy Way, I think
Mhm.
he's been doing great. I actually love him as a player, and I like how his
Yeah.
play style, just because I like how he gets up the field and makes forward runs. When Serginho Dest was giving him the ball in the first half, that's when he had that great cross off the touch, and he puts it in, and it goes over goal by their Wales player.
Yeah.
I think he's been doing really good. And of course, his goal was very nice to see. Christian
Yeah.
Pulisic slots him through, but it's because of his run. Like there again, that's why I like what he does because as a winger, he made a slashing run right through the center as because he realized that his fullback was marking him very wide, and he saw Christian Pulisic wouldn't have been able to play him over the top wide. So the only thing that made sense was just slash across and get into the center, and he gets the ball and nice slot past the keeper, and that was just a very
that was
good
a
goal.
nice finish.
Really good goal. And so I was happy with his performance too. And overall, US did good. And I think it was unlucky second half to get a stupid foul.
They deserve the win though.
Yeah.
You know he's related to I think it's George Weah.
Yeah, it's his son.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
President of Liberia.
Who knew?
Next one.
You want to take over next game?
Right
here.
What was the next one?
Argentina.
and Saudi
hell
Arabia.
no.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
don't even get me started. All right, so Argentina
Bro,
versus
5
Saudi Arabia.
minutes.
Nah, bro. We're gonna push at least to 10 minutes. For
We
this
need
one.
to talk about this game.
Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. It was at 5 a.m. Because we're in Jersey, right? So it's 5 a.m. for us. And I was super excited just to see the team play. They're on a 6 win unbeaten streak. 36 unbeaten streak. I wanted to see Messi play, do some magic. I wake up at 5:30 because I slept through my alarm, and it's pitch black outside. I have my phone on me, so that's the first thing I see. Have like half an eye open. Right? It's I think the end of the first half, or like towards the end of the first half. So they're one up, they're 1 goal up, right? And then into the second half, they were just getting pressured. And like the thing that was like super annoying about that, like playing Saudi Arabia, was that they're playing like an offside trap, which is it's a tactic for sure, but like Argentina should really know how to play against it, in my opinion. They're a professional team.
Unbeaten 36 games.
Right. That's what they do. That's what Argentina does. They out pressure their opponent and they push them into uncomfortable spaces. Right. They force the ball away from them, so they should be used to it. But Saudi Arabia just did it better, I guess, and they caught Argentina lacking. They scored.
It was a really nice goal.
They scored. The second goal was really nice. The first one was a little lucky.
I don't remember what
I
happened.
mean, it got past the keeper.
It got past the keeper for sure, but it was like a little like couple things had to go wrong Argentina's way, a couple things had to go right Saudi Arabia's way, and then they got the ball in a really awkward spot. He hit it off balance, and it kind of just rolled past the keeper to the far corner.
A little bit. I guess the shot was a little iffy. But you could say, though, him getting past Romero, just like running past him to get that shot off, was actually pretty impressive to watch, because when I watched the goal back, I didn't know how they scored the first goal. And I see him, he just takes Romero on as he gets the touch from one of the midfielders, I believe. Takes it past him, puts it on his left, and slots it in. I think Romero, who's like a top center back, and I think you could say top center back in
really
the front
tough league.
Yeah, and for playing for Tottenham to like just get passed up like that was really impressive by the forward of Saudi Arabia to do that. And I just think, like you were mentioning though, like the offsides, like for a top tier team to be getting offside trap is just, it's kind of ridiculous that they couldn't adjust to it, and that they had 3 goals that were offsides.
Dude, the goals were so nice too.
Exactly. And
did you see the offside goals?
Yeah. I was
Messi could have had like 2 of them.
Dude,
3 offside goals.
It was Lautaro. I think Lautaro had 2 goals.
Yeah. Messi had 1.
Yeah, he got he like freaking juked the keeper, walked this way, scores, and the lines, and then just raised his arm. And
terrible. Just terrible for them to get tricked like that. I don't know what it was with Argentina. If it was just overconfidence, underestimating Saudi Arabia.
I think it was underestimating them, to be honest.
Probably just thinking that they're gonna walk them over.
Because looking at that game, I could tell that Saudi Arabia had a plan going in. Right, they were gonna do this. They were gonna not let them breathe at all. Right, but Argentina kind of just like chilled. Yeah. They were kind of just like playing around with the ball to see like what mistakes they would have made, just like exploit them. But nothing really happened. Right, it was kind of like the other way around. But overall, Argentina definitely didn't deserve the win. Right, Saudi Arabia, full credit to them.
Yeah, beautiful goal. Second goal was just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not sure about. I'm like again like the build up. A couple of things had to go like wrong for Argentina. A couple tackles, ball bouncing, but in the end,
I think they didn't put enough effort to get the ball and just like win their 50-50. Because the way the guy scored in the second one, he was inside the box, just like watching the ball come down, controlling it, and then dribbling past players and getting a shot off for free. Like, how does a top team first let you dribble a couple guys in the box and then get a beautiful shot off? That's diabolic defending. That's just
really disappointed.
Didn't they make it a national holiday?
Yo, about that. Dude, what is wrong with people? I mean, like at that point, yeah, I guess it should be celebrated. You guys win this day, right? But like making a national holiday for Saudi Arabia just because you beat Argentina.
Yeah,
they beat Messi, the greatest player in the world.
Dude, everybody's beat Messi at this point. You go see Bayern making a national holiday.
Every player is getting gifted a Range Rover or
a Rolls Royce. Oh, I thought it was a Rolex.
No, a Rolls Royce.
Oh, something with an R.
Over $1 million car.
King Solomon or Solomon. I hope I didn't butcher that.
Maybe a gift in this.
But yeah, so he's giving them Rolls Royces. I guess that's nice for them. The thing is, with this national holiday, is it gonna be like an every year thing? So
I
like
don't know.
every year this day that they won,
Everybody gets off work. Everybody gets off
Yeah.
school.
everybody
Just parades
rewatches
down
the
the
game.
We beat Messi in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Didn't make it out of the group stage.
I mean, to be fair, this was probably the biggest upset of the World Cup. I know we have
Yeah.
Germany and Japan coming up, but still, to see Saudi Arabia.
yeah, like nobody had any expectations,
Dude,
especially for Saudi
no.
Arabia.
I literally told my dad, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch that game. Like, I'm not gonna wake up 5 a.m.
Yeah.
There's no point. Like, there's literally I know
Argentina,
this.
like
I wish I
4-0
fell-
at least.
I wish I stayed asleep.
I'm rooting for Argentina as one of my favorites to like win this.
That's
Obviously,
what me and him predicted. To
yeah.
win, at least make the final.
I think they should be able to. We'll see after today. They're gonna play Mexico at
They
2.
play Mexico at 2:00, so
Hopefully
hopefully they fix their mistake.
Hopefully, they lit a fire under their ass though.
If they don't
wake
have
up.
exactly, if they don't wake up and have all the motivation in the world to like win today, then they lose all their pride. Their fans, I don't think they deserve any support at that point because you're just not showing up when it matters and it's just showing the lack of effort. But I do think they're obviously gonna have so much motivation because a big team that's just totally embarrassing. Like I think any of them are just super embarrassed by it and are not happy with that. But speaking of game plans, though, like you mentioned, I think Saudi Arabia actually you have to give credit to them. This was not, and you could say it's a fluke, but at the same time, it was 100% focus, effort, concentration.
No, yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
And their coach, Herv Renard, is probably the mastermind behind it. I mean, this guy, I see a post I got from information from one source saying he won the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations with Zambia and then won the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations with Ivory Coast and then took Morocco into to the 2018 World Cup, which was their first ever since 1998.
Yeah, man.
And now he obviously beats Argentina with them. So this guy,
damn.
Argentina need that guy.
yeah, he's really good, and I think he's honestly giving them really good game plans going in, and they're giving like a lot of morale to go against the top tier team and just not be like kind of destroyed. Even when you're playing, like let's say Argentina did get that goal, like how would they respond? I think they had a great mentality, and it's the coach is really showing up for them, and I think he's a genius.
Only genius against Argentina apparently because they lost to Poland 2-0 today.
Forget about that.
I think another point to highlight is the fact that Argentina's midfield was kind of like non-existent in my opinion. They had
because I heard Lo Celso's hurt.
Yeah, he's out, and he was usually like the person that was like creating opportunities, making the run in behind,
Yeah.
especially for the midfield. Like England had Bellingham,
Mhm.
right? He's the one that attacks. He's the one that got the goal against Iran. That's how they
And like Gundogan for Germany.
right. And so Argentina didn't really have that person to make that run in behind. They had DePaul and Paredes, who were kind of
Defensive.
Yeah.
Very good, but defensive, like you said. DePaul is known to be very defensive. Obviously, a good player. He makes strong tackles, gets in. And so is Paredes. He has that good aggressive mentality. But to say it again, like Lo Celso is one of those players that won't really defend too much, but he's so crafty and technical on the ball that whenever he goes up, he may lose it, but at the same time, when he makes these chances happen, it's really something special, and that's what Argentina needed from him, and they did get from him, but now they still need it in the World Cup.
Right.
So
Unlucky that it's injured.
Yeah. I really want to check the camera.
Okay. Oh, you want to check it out?
Yeah. Let me see if I want to check. If it's still recording. This last 2 episodes it cut out like halfway. Check if the record button is.
No, we're good. Yeah.
Alright. If it's a square. Alright.
live.
We'll check again in like.
Oh, I actually set a timer, so hold on.
You
We're
did?
at 26 minutes.
Alright. We'll check again in like at like 45 minutes.
Okay.
I'm like so anxious about the camera now. He's cutting out. Yeah. So next 2 games.
We done with the rant?
Yeah.
Are you done with the
I
rant?
think we can put this one to bed because
Yeah,
Argentina will make
let's
up for
move
it
on.
today after we beat Mexico.
We have a lot more games to cover. Denmark, Tunisia, and then Mexico, Poland. Both 0-0. Both games 0-0 back to back.
Boring.
Is there really anything to cover? I think Denmark
Um,
played horribly. against
Mimo
Tunisia.
Ochoa. That's
I mean,
that's
that guy
place to cover.
put on a show. against Poland.
Bro, he always shows up for the World Cup, and it's what a
Mhm.
treat to watch.
He's an icon, to say the
Literally.
least.
Let's see if he could hold Argentina to 0
No,
goals.
shut up. No, he's not. He's not that much of an icon. But,
I mean, to say something, I mean, I didn't watch too much of Denmark, Tunisia, but I did see that Tunisia really put pressure on Denmark
Yeah.
and had chances to
they played well
score.
against them.
Yeah, I think they hit off the post too.
Yeah.
Really unlucky, but I feel like Tunisia could have got something out of that game.
Mhm.
But to say the least, I guess a 0-0 is a fair tie for the teams.
Denmark might have fixed their mistakes because right now they're holding France to 0 goals in
Which
the first half.
they just have a really good defense and shocking offense.
Maybe.
yeah, that's
And Mexico, Poland, also not too much happening besides Ochoa being
I
God and goal.
I think Mexico was better than Poland when I was watching the game, just because the way they possessed the ball and that they had like I feel like more dangerous opportunities. I just think it didn't go their way for them. I think Poland scored, they held the score, and so they were able just to like do enough. I think to get away with the draw here. I feel like Mexico just coming in like having their players like Chucky Lozano really
Yeah.
like dangerous for them on either wing, making stuff happen.
I also feel like they struggle on attack because they're not really like a high scoring team.
Mexico?
Yeah. It's usually only like 1 or 2 goals,
Yeah.
and they have to rely on the defense for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
They have a couple new players as well.
Yeah. Like Alex Vega.
Vegas,
Yeah.
they're number 10, which is a little shocking, but they don't have Jimenez.
Yeah, he got subbed in last game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got subbed against
He didn't
Poland.
do too much though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Why isn't he starting?
I don't know.
I guess Vega's better.
Not
Maybe-
Vega. He got subbed in for somebody else.
Oh, really?
He got subbed in for Martin.
Martin?
Henry Martin
Henry Martin?
from
That is
America.
not a Mexican name.
Henry Martin.
They're like Henry Martin.
Wow. You have that on video.
Alright, we can move past the 0-0s.
Yeah,
Go
not-
to France and Australia.
Really exciting to start off with. I mean, 1-0 for Australia early
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And I don't think France scored until like the very end of the first half, and it was 1-1. And then
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it ended
Wanna
off
fact
1.
check that?
I'll fact check you right now.
Pretty sure it was 1-1 at first half.
It was 2-1.
2-1. Oh, okay. So it happened. 2 goals came in pretty late. But Australia's first goal was really nice to watch, just because it was a legit goal. I think they had a good build up play to it.
Mm-hmm.
They got the ball from the middle, put it out wide to their right winger, and then he gives a nice. It was actually a driven ball in the air that came all the way to him. Takes a really nice touch past Leo Hernandez, who was the right back before. That's when he got injured on that play. And then his brother, I think, Tio Hernandez or something,
Mm-hmm.
came in and had to sub off for him. But yeah, the right wing for Australia comes in, takes a nice touch past Leo Hernandez, and slots a cross all the way to Goodwin, who puts it in. I think that was really exciting to watch when I watched it. I was like, I had hope for Australia at that point, and it looked like they were playing good enough to like maybe continue to put the pressure. And then obviously France
I guess
wakes
France
up.
figured them out.
Yeah, and they figured them out, and then they get 2 goals right away.
I also want to say that France has the best jersey this tournament. Their jersey is so nice.
The
Like
number's
dark
gold.
blue, gold
I
number
love that.
logo,
Yeah,
white shorts and red socks. So nice.
it
Love
is really nice.
Yeah, them and then Portugal's jersey is also
I
amazing.
hate Portugal's jersey.
I
I
think
love
Portugal's
their
more
jersey.
debatable. It's nice. It's more classic looking.
Yeah, it's like retro kind of. It looks really nice. I
Sliced
love
in
it.
half, red and green. don't know.
It's a Christmas jersey,
It really is.
but I love it.
Yeah, France have really nice
France has
jerseys
really-
though.
The best jersey.
Really nice.
France scored a lot of headers. I think that's what really did it. for
Giroud,
Australia.
Olivier.
Giroud tied Thierry Henry for most goals for France. 51 goals. Hopefully, he hasn't scored yet for Denmark, but
Hopefully he scores and then they lose, just so we can,
maybe
we
get
can get
second
the
place.
best of both worlds.
Well, yeah, the thing with France is what makes them kind of like these teams like England and Brazil. They have really pacey wingers like
Mhm.
Mbappe and Dembele. That's just very hard to go against
And
because
they
you
have Coleman on the bench.
Coleman, who can just jump in the game with like
Yeah.
100 pace. Like it's hard for again any team with fullbacks. They're
Mhm.
having to stay. It just puts pressure on them to like not attack as much, and that's what's hard for teams to get goals because you need to be able to get up the field against these really good teams to have any opportunity because they're already so solid. And
Yeah.
like Dembele was obviously getting really good crosses. He assisted with his left foot. Mbappe, who scored a nice header that game versus
Yeah, it
Australia.
was off the post, right?
Yep,
It's a pretty nice goal.
nice goal from Mbappe, and I think Dembele obviously is always a threat on the wing. So is Mbappe getting past. They're just flying past players, and that's what
Who
makes
else
them so
scored?
good.
There's two by Giroud, one Mbappe. Who was the
Rabiot.
Rabiot?
Yeah,
Definitely
Rabiot.
That was
header.
their first goal.
It was definitely a header.
Yeah, I think it was off a corner
Scored 3 headers.
or a set
I don't
piece.
know. Maybe Matt Ryan doesn't really know how to defend those.
You need some help.
Yeah.
France 4-1. Next day is Morocco Croatia.
Oh,
I didn't watch the
0-0.
game, but
Let's check the stats.
So
I don't think I watched the highlights.
I watched.
It was 0-0, so I don't know.
To be honest, I think
Much happened.
this has to be probably the most boring game of the competition. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, because I really don't see anything. Like both expected goals were like 0.5 or lower.
Damn.
It was very, very even for some reason. I mean,
Did you watch the highlights?
I watched a little bit
The
of the
game?
highlights, and you could see Croatia did have chances to score, but it just didn't go through for them. It wasn't really like a good chance on goal, and it went over. I think one shot from like Modric off the post, over the post.
Mhm.
So nothing.
Morocco had a couple good shots too. Hakimi had a
Hakimi.
really
Oh
nice
yeah,
shot.
I know that one shot. Yeah, they had.
Hakimi always a threat. I think he's a great player. I
Mhm.
actually like him a lot.
Mazraoui got injured, which is pretty unfortunate for them.
Yeah, that sucks. Another pivotal player. But for Croatia to kind of draw their first game, I know it's Morocco, who's not that bad. Like they're pretty good. They did well in the African Cup of Nations. They
Mhm.
have a good team, but they're a finalist from last World Cup. So
Yeah, I
they
know.
making a statement like that. I mean,
Yeah, they have higher
Disappointing.
expectations.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next one.
So yeah, next game, Germany versus Japan.
Oh, this was exciting.
And
I
then
watched the
2-1.
second half.
Oh, second half?
I
I
watched
watched
the
the
second
first
half.
half.
Yeah, first half for me as well. I mean,
First half looked pretty good for Germany because they were playing to their, I guess, to their expectation.
yeah.
They were playing really well. They looked like their regular Germany. And then the second half, they just crumbled
Fell
against
apart.
like the pressure that Japan put on them.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure on them.
And you got to give credit to Japan for continuing to stay at such a high rate, high work rate the whole game. I think their players really showed it, like super fast players as well. I mean, they have some exciting players for them too. They have the wonder kid as well, that from Real Madrid. They also have Kubo, yeah, and they have
subbed off.
Mitoma. Yeah, he was subbed off a little bit earlier. But they had Mitoma who came in, and I think Mitoma, who plays for Brighton, is doing really good. And he's also a dangerous player in the World Cup, and I think he's another one that's going to be really good for Japan. And I think they will be able to make it through and get into the knockout stages because obviously beating Germany, I think they could also. Wasn't a fluke, and they could do this again. This is something that Japan can do. I mean, the first goal was really nice, but then you have the second one where it was a beautiful touch by the substitute.
Yeah.
Comes in.
Asano, right?
Yeah.
Just the blonde hair.
Yeah, he had like the bleached hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many of
like
them.
weird color eyes.
And wasn't it the defenders were all Kim?
That's Korea.
Oh, that's
That's
Korea.
cool.
That's
Wow.
funny. That was
Again,
funny.
on video.
Yeah. But I thought that second goal was super impressive. Just the way he pulls it down, beautiful touch, and then it was kind of Messi-esque. Like he pulls it while he's running into the goal and just
Then
like
it's a near post.
near post
Between Neuer
smashes
and the
it.
goal.
For real.
Do you guys know who he was outrunning? If it was Rudiger Schlotterbeck.
It was Schlotterbeck. The guy that
Schlotterbeck.
Schlotterbeck.
I disagree with him being started as center back
I heard he had like a really
over
rough.
Schule, which played right back.
Yeah, they should really swap places.
Yeah, they should have swapped definitely. Schule would have destroyed him.
Body
Slammed
at
him.
least.
Yeah, Schule, it was just you need a body to put him off the ball there.
Schule's fast enough to keep
Yeah.
up with him.
He is fast.
I don't think he flashed on Schlotterbeck though.
I mean, maybe not.
Well,
in, like, a
Schlotterbeck
full
got
sprint,
smoked.
But
So-
like at least to keep up with Asano, I think he would have done it.
So that the Japanese players are really fast.
Yeah.
You have someone like
This is a great win for them
yeah,
to go. I guess second place because Spain has a huge goal difference on them.
Yeah,
So we can move on to Spain, Costa Rica, which is
Which I don't watch
absolute
anymore.
slaughter fest.
that
Of
was
Spain.
just
That's another practice game for
yeah,
them.
that was literally practice session again, just scoring goals left and right. I mean, you got Ferran Torres to score.
And we gotta talk about their midfield. Gavi, Pedri.
Yeah, the Barca duo
Yeah.
trio actually Busquets,
Mm-hmm.
the Barca trio. Yeah, I think.
It was like flashback to Iniesta and Xavi.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
I would have to say
Ooh.
though, Spain just dominated. Obviously, there's not like too much crazy things happen other than them scoring
7
a
goals.
multitude of goals that were just so easy. I think Costa Rica also played like a high school team. They bombed the ball up. They couldn't possess it. Obviously we know going against Spain, they're always gonna have max possession against any team they play, just because they play two-touch soccer, regardless.
Tiki Taka.
Tiki taka, yeah, but they always hold all the possession. So you knew it was gonna be like their ball the whole time, and it's just gonna be Costa Rica probably getting counterattacks like most teams. But
Yeah.
still, even when they had the ball, they lost it immediately. They couldn't retain it. It was just bad to watch from Costa Rica. It's almost like you didn't want to watch it.
But I did expect more from Keylor Navas.
Yeah,
Dude, like I mean, he's a keeper.
I mean, he plays for top teams.
If the defense all have like left feet, right, and they're all giving the ball away, and you have freaking Spain with Gavi, Busquets, Pedri making chances for.
I mean, how many saves did he have?
Asensio, almost. If he had like 100 saves, he still would have scored 10 goals because Costa Rica was literally just giving them the ball.
yeah.
So I don't think you could really blame Keylor for.
I mean, I don't blame
that
him.
game.
I just expected more.
Yeah,
If it was 4-0, then you would have
Oh
done
yeah,
good job,
that's
Keylor.
better.
yeah. We
Yeah.
still would have ridiculed them probably, but you
Oh
just
my God, you guys are not gonna believe this.
What?
Look at the stats.
For Spain,
For
Costa
Costa
Rica?
Rica. Look at the shots.
82% possession.
Look at their
17 shots.
Look at their shots.
0.
0 shots.
They had not a single shot all game.
Dude, they didn't
0
have,
expected goals.
they had nothing.
82 possession versus 18. They only had 165 passes. Or
They almost had
passes.
1,000 passes.
Yeah, Spain almost had 1,000.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god. So 8 shots on target, 7 goals. So Navas saved 1.
I guess.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
Yes.
Gavi played very well. I mean, at his
He had a
age,
nice goal.
yeah, very nice outside the foot, just power through it.
Modric-esque.
Yeah, very much just goes outside the foot. But again, like him, he's really like showing that he could play strong football with all these guys that are just like 2 times bigger and older than him.
Yeah.
And he's showing that he already has some like experience. Like it looks like he's an experienced player getting in there, where the way he's just touching the ball, laying it off, and he's getting it. So what he does, I noticed, he just gets the like he goes right next to the player that he wants to receive it from, passes it, moves around, then comes back if the player hasn't already made a pass. Like he'll just come back next to him and grab the ball and take it.
Yeah.
He's already showing that he wants to like dictate the play as a young player and kind of make things happen. And I think obviously he's doing
Well,
really well.
We'll see how he does against their next game, either Japan or Germany.
Oh wow.
Who are they versing next? Where is it? Over here.
I'll pull it up.
They're versing Germany next.
Ooh, Germany, Spain.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
That's
Tomorrow,
a good
2
game.
p.m.
That's a fun
Let's
one.
see how the midfield does against Germany. 'Cause
Who got
Germany
this?
also has a good midfield.
Yeah.
No, Gavi's 18 years old.
Yeah,
That's
18.
nuts.
When I was 18, I don't think I was in school.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
Let's move on to Belgium, Canada. Which I'm surprised. I'm happy that Davies played.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he did play because I heard he was injured before the World Cup.
oh, I didn't even know about that. What happened to him?
I don't really know the extent of his injury, but I know that he was. He was on the injured list.
Oh wow.
I think we said in our first episode.
Oh okay.
Yeah. I was really bummed out that he was, because it's like, isn't it Canada's first World Cup?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And he brought them to the World Cup. So
Carried them.
they have a couple of other good players.
Before Davies and David, I don't really see them. with
Their
that much
left
talent.
winger.
Yeah.
Left
I'm
winger.
happy
Was,
they made it to the World Cup. They held Belgium to 1 goal.
I don't think
So-
it's even like that. To be honest, I think they should have won.
Yeah,
Canada?
they
Yeah.
deserve something from
Yeah.
that game. I don't think the score reflects
it's
what
high.
Canada did.
Because Courtois saved the penalty.
Yeah, Courtois, I mean, the best keeper in the world, arguably
In the moment, I would say so.
in the moment, right?
Yeah,
Arguably the
moment.
best. He just does what he does. I think he made a good save. I think it's just the pressure with Davies. It wasn't like so like that he just scored took a really bad penalty score. So like no one wanted to step up. It was really just him having to like do it, be the captain, the man of the team. And with all that pressure going against you, I mean, it's your first World Cup. Can you put them ahead of Belgium, who's a top team in the world?
Oh my
And it was just a lot. It was a lot for Davies, and it was again a pad that was just like easily projected, and easy for Courtois to
What
save.
was the stats? What was possession like?
It was 46 Canada, 54 Belgium.
Oh,
So that wasn't bad.
pretty even.
Belgium had 9 shots.
Yeah.
Canada had 22.
22.
What?
22 shots.
How many on target?
11.
That's half.
God
Half their shots
damn.
went on target.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Courtois was going insane.
Yeah, Courtois again.
He's
He's just
just screaming at his defense.
Belgium, Belgium had 1 big chance. Canada had 3. Belgium had 3 shots on target to their 9 shots in total. So a third of their shots were on target.
wow.
I didn't know it was that much different.
Yeah. But other than that, it's pretty even.
That just shows Canada really had pressure and had chances against Belgium, and I think they could have got something like a goal or two. But I would say Belgium did enough, and
What did I predict them? Canada?
Yeah, we gotta change that up. My dark horse it has to be Canada.
not Serbia anymore.
I think I predicted Croatia second, Canada third, Belgium first. So, what you're saying is Belgium got lucky.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
I mean,
It's
they
fair.
weren't really convincing when they attacked. It was I'm pretty sure I'm not I don't remember Batshuayi's goal exactly.
It was pretty nice.
He just slotted it
Yeah.
as if he rode his left foot.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
Slightly bouncing ball. I mean, he got a good through ball, and I think
They're really missing Lukaku though.
Oh yeah,
I think they need him up top.
big hold up player. If he could just be informed, then he's a threat. Such a big threat. I think Canada just like when the first half though, watching them play, they had really good possession, and they were really getting their wingers into the game, and they were getting just like a lot of crosses into. I think that was good from Canada. It just like it looked like they actually had control of the game until they got scored on.
Yeah. Something you want to say?
Not really, to be honest. I watched that game. I just watched the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like Canada deserved it when I was watching because I was actually shocked, like to see them play very well and like look like they dominated a little bit at certain moments of the game. They had so many chances. I think their midfield did very well too, just keeping the ball. It was a good game by Canada.
We can move on to Switzerland versus Cameroon.
Oh,
I think these next couple games, assignments were kicking my ass, so I couldn't really watch these. I had an assignment I had to do for 2 hours and a half, sit in my chair, and I had to teach myself what a quasi experimental, whatever was.
What's that for?
It was for intro to psychological research.
Psychological? Are you doing psych?
Yes, at the moment I am, but it's requirement. And this exam I needed to do well because the other one I kind of fumbled, and I had to teach myself in 2 hours and a half. It's like 8 questions, like I have to write like paragraphs for.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really have the game on because I knew that I would get distracted.
Oh yeah.
And so these next couple games, I didn't really get to watch.
I mean, I don't think you missed much.
Switzerland, Cameroon,
1-0.
I don't think I even watched the highlights.
Yeah, I don't. I remember seeing that Cameroon did well, but they didn't score. They had a couple opportunities. I remember Choupo-Moting running from like half with the ball. And it's like one defender.
Yeah, but then Switzerland's goal came off a good play, cross from I think Shaqiri, and then it got slotted in by one of their players.
Who scored?
Mbolo, yeah. So it was a cross, and then he puts it in.
Yeah.
I remember.
He didn't celebrate because he's born in Cameroon.
Birth country, yeah. Showed respect.
You want to talk about the controversy regarding the armband.
Oh,
No,
That was during England, right?
there was during pretty much all of them, to be honest, because
They all were.
in Germany, it's funny
a lot
because
of countries agreed to wear the armband
By Qatar and
to
whatever.
support One Love. Yeah, Qatar's banning it.
Yeah, they're anti-LGBT.
Yeah, pretty much.
well, it's more so it's just the culture, like the religion of Islam. They're obviously following.
Mhm.
Like they can't just show support just because other cultures are coming to their World Cup, which is
Yeah.
a general global event. But at the same time, you're hosting it in a country where they're not going to change their religion and their
Yeah.
culture for 1 month. Like we've heard this before. Like I think if Qatar, like when you host it, you could think about it the other way. You could just like switch it, like have it in a host country that, like America, fully expressive of like any of these characteristics, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, like a Muslim country that comes to play is not gonna try to like enforce like them
Yeah.
taking it off or like try to change it. Like, hey, can you change it for us? Just so no one's gonna do that for them.
I
They're
mean,
gonna.
like, I think that other countries would be accommodating to, like, let's say, like,
Yeah.
if Muslim countries come over to Brazil or whatever, and Brazil are eating freaking pork, right? They're not
Yeah.
gonna force pork upon them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be accommodating towards Muslim people.
Well, yeah, they're obviously gonna have other.
They should be, I think, accepting of their decisions, right? And Germany thought so as well because their form of protest.
Griezmann. Oh, he missed.
Wow.
You gonna burn your Griezmann jersey?
Never. Because Germany during their picture they covered their mouths, and I thought that was edited. To be honest,
Yeah.
When I saw that first, yeah, you know what that was or no?
The silence.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, like during their like group picture for against Japan,
Mm-hmm.
they all covered their mouths and to like pretty much say that they've been silenced.
Yeah.
Like a target for showing their support for One Love.
Okay.
But yeah.
Harry Kane also wearing it underneath. I think it was,
underneath?
or was it Neuer who was wearing it underneath the sleeve? One of the two.
I didn't know somebody wore that.
I heard, and then like there was some controversy with that, like having to get like banned or maybe even a fine or something. But I know it was probably with Harry Kane or something. And also he was wearing a Rolex watch that was like an LGBTQ color.
During the game?
No, like when he was coming into one of the games to show his support and whatnot. The thing is though, which is kind of funny, it's like for like England, like when they were getting threatened with yellow cards for like trying to have the armband on and whatnot, they just like took it off. So like so much for their solidarity, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's the World Cup. You don't really want to give it away.
Yeah.
It's really back and forth. You can really debate either side. But...
Mm-hmm.
It's tough for teams that are.
Oh
my God!
Mbappe!
Oh my goodness!
Mbappe!
I just missed it.
Near short replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please hold.
You gotta see this.
Please hold. Like you just cut it out. We'll watch the goal. Or maybe I'll leave it in.
I'll check the camera.
Damn, there you go. 1-0.
It was a nice play.
I literally just
I
saw him
watched
kick
a little
it.
bit.
I just literally saw him kick the ball.
Finally, at the 60th minute, they get their.
Oh, Griezmann.
Yeah.
Another goal from my bet.
It would never happen if he missed.
That's what you see plays out wide. Let's see what he does there out top of the box. Oh, okay.
Give it back to him.
Nice.
It was a great pass.
I wasn't even looking at him.
Did it bounce through the players?
Yeah, it was like a lot. It was
I think they deflected off Christensen.
Theo
No,
Hernandez.
They didn't touch anybody.
They
Touch
did.
him. Oh, him.
Christensen.
I thought you were talking about
Nice
pass.
play.
Oh,
Poor
Schmeichel
Schmeichel.
would have saved it if he didn't deflect.
Okay, it happens. They got their chances and they scored.
Oh, they scored again.
There you go. Yeah,
It's kind of dynamic when it comes to like build-up play. Like you
They're
see,
what?
they're kind of dynamic because like you see Mbappe with like fancy flicks, you see them
Yeah.
with like skill moves.
They have a lot of options.
They're kind of like unpredictable.
Because the midfield runs up with them, so they give them more options.
Yeah.
Look at this geezer. He's out.
He didn't score.
We got lucky.
Giroud's out. With Thuram.
Earl.
Are we back or what?
Yeah,
Uruguay versus Korea.
I didn't watch the game either.
Korea with the 5 Kim special.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
5 Kim defense.
All their defenders and goalie named Kim.
That was.
And 3 of their attackers are Hwang.
It's a family tradition.
Yeah.
Playing defense.
It's a family sport.
His team name is Nah. Alright, his team
What?
name. His name is Nah.
He's not having it.
Yes.
Yeah, that game. It was. Did it like?
You watched it?
No. It's like it's like 8 a.m.
It was really.
It was 0-0.
It was even.
It was an even game.
Yeah, 10 shots to 7 shots, one big chance, one big chance, one big chance missed. Piece. 400 and I'm gonna say 400 passes, 300 passes. It was pretty even.
I expected Uruguay to have at least one goal.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're nuts.
They got Nunes, Fede
Suarez,
Valverde, Suarez.
Cavani,
Why is it playing?
Valverde.
He didn't start when he got subbed on.
Something all right.
Yeah.
Where does he play now? In Uruguay League?
Yeah,
Cavani?
Yeah.
Valencia
From Valencia?
apparently.
Oh
What the
wow.
fuck?
I forgot.
I didn't know that.
I forgot where he went. Yeah.
Darwin was kind of like
Bad?
backless.
Yeah, he's a young player.
I saw a couple of his shots. Yeah, but even for Liverpool, he plays like not bad, right? He knows where the goal is. But like in Uruguay, he was kind of just like kicking it spontaneously.
Yeah.
Like
Is he like a Qatari player?
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He's a crazy guy.
But I remember there was like one opportunity where he could have passed it or it was gonna go to like to somebody else like Suarez, right, to have like a better shot. But he just freaking kicked it with whatever force he had, and then just went wide. So a little, I feel like he has that little mentality where he's the star player, right? Because he's young and he's on a big club, so.
Yeah. And he gets all this praise
Right.
in the media.
I think he could be doing better, especially coming from Benfica. I think that's where he played before, and he did well there. And I think he's not showing like he should be in terms of Liverpool. He's not doing. I thought he was going to come in and just start destroying the
Through
whole.
him. Oh,
Yeah.
he's too slow. With Mbappe would have been gone.
Maybe Giroud. Just kidding.
I think Darwin has more to prove, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's move on to Portugal versus Ghana.
Oh, okay. Really fun
Really
game.
good game.
Really fun game.
Portugal. I just want to say that Ronaldo set the record for most, at least one goal in 5 World Cups by a
That's
man.
impressive.
By a man.
I'd say that's impressive. You know, being
Because that record's been broken already by 2 women in the Women's World Cup.
Wow.
old.
It was like 1 Brazilian woman and 1 Canadian woman.
Are we counting that?
They've already done it.
Who knew about that?
I saw it on
Alvin.
Instagram.
What
It
the?
was like these people who were like, he broke the record for a man, not a woman. Woman is already by 2 people already.
For 5 World Cups?
Yeah.
Did
It was like,
win?
it was that Brazilian woman, it was like Martha? Martina? Something like that.
I have no clue, to be honest. I don't
And a
really
Canadian
follow.
woman. But yeah, he set the record for a man. And
Good pen by
that
him.
game was.
I think it was a soft penalty. He didn't deserve it. It was a flop. Wasn't really on his foot when I was watching it. It's like the ref was just giving kind of soft call. That wasn't really fair of a penalty. I mean, he took it, scored a nice pen, top left corner, pretty much. It was a good one. But
How Felix's goal was really nice too. The
Zhao
finish was crazy.
Zhao Felix.
as well.
Yeah.
How was that again? I remember watching, but I'm forgetting right now.
Leao.
Oh, I know Leao's goal. He just put in the bottom right corner. Yeah, but what was
Felix
was
he-
on the far side of the box, like right over there.
Yeah, he got sent through and then he chipped the goalie.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah,
It was-
yeah. I
it was
remember he passed,
kinda-
slices it kind of.
Kind of similar to Weah's goal, but Weah was like in front of it, like on the penalty spot. He like chipped it that way.
Yeah, he
But
puts it across.
Felix was on the corner and he like chipped it across.
Yeah,
It was nice.
that was a nice goal. Yeah, I think João Felix really had an outstanding game. Really
Yeah, he did well.
creative, and I liked how he played. Honestly, he just like whenever he gets the ball up top, he does some like nice flick or some nice pass.
Yeah, he's
He-
fun to watch. He's like so smooth.
Yeah, he makes stuff happen, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Silky.
Yeah, silky, you could say.
The biggest thing I remember from that game was it was 3-2 in like the 95th minute, and Portugal's goalie had the ball and he like put it down and he almost lost it to a Ghana player. I think Iñaki Williams.
Yeah, and then he
Iñaki,
comes
like,
in
ran
down.
from behind him and tried to take the ball. He
Down.
just scored to tie it.
But he slipped.
Yeah, that would have
Really
been
hard
so funny.
I bet on Portugal to win.
Yeah.
My heart dropped.
It's a little money.
Dude, but I mean Ghana like going 3.
Oh,
my
Denmark!
God, Denmark.
Denmark!
Christensen.
Let's
Different
go!
mistake.
Let's go. We got Denmark back in the game. 1-1. Let's go. I don't want France to win.
1-1. Wow.
You see, wait, who'd you want to score, Giroud? Oh yeah, you wanted Giroud to score.
Yeah, to beat the
Too
record.
late.
But you guys have that.
Maybe
But
next time.
Christensen scored 1-1.
Damn,
Wow.
there we go. Denmark's in it.
Yeah.
I would say though about Ghana though scoring that first goal to make it 1-1. I
They
think
played well.
they really showed well. Like after going 3-1 down, I mean Rafael Leao comes in and does what he does. I think it was like one of his first touches of the game and he scores.
Yeah.
That was funny. And I did want him to see. I wanted to see him play because I felt like when Portugal was like it was 1-1 and it wasn't happening, they weren't getting enough goals or opportunities. I was like, they need someone fast to get in behind the defense of Ghana, who's also pretty strong, physical. We always know athletic. It's going to be an athletic team. And
he's been Milan's star player.
Yeah, Rafael Leao is just really good, like on the ball. Like he's just a talented player. I like how he dribbles players and you could just get him behind super pacey.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always good. But then Ghana comes back with the second goal, and already you could see there's like hope and like I thought they really held their own. Also, the midfielder for Ghana,
Party.
Not just Party, Thomas
Kudus, Baba, Samed.
I think Kudus, the guy who was just dribbling in the midfield for them. He was just getting past.
He plays for Ajax.
Yeah, he was turning players around and just getting past the Portuguese
really
players. Really, like actually making opportunities and like being
Ghana like always shows up in the World Cup.
Yeah, he was a threat. That guy, very good player. I thought.
Where did he play next?
Was it? No, it was not that. Wait, I want to talk about freaking
Korea.
What was it? The second goal? The guy did Ronaldo celebration.
Oh yeah,
that was so
That
funny.
was funny.
that was.
Ronaldo got pissed.
He did a wonky version.
guy.
He did kind of a wonky like version, but it's so really funny.
That was jokes.
He definitely did practice it.
Right?
He almost fell over.
And then he jumped up and then he like stumbled.
Yeah.
That's funny. They showed Ronaldo's reaction to it.
Yeah. They felt
He caught it right away.
Oh dad.
Oh my god, what we caught up
What?
yesterday.
Yeah. Well, Brazil, Serbia.
Oh wait, what?
Serbia.
That was a great game. I
That was a
expected
great
Serbia
game.
to score one goal.
I thought it was a really good game. Just
I mean,
because Serbia started out really well, 0-0 to end the half. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
It was really
tired. I really went downstairs to take a nap after Richarlison scored.
Yeah.
Dude, Diary Charlton, the second goal, the bike.
That was nice.
So
that
nice.
was Hoga Bonito.
Yeah, that was the best goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely so far.
So
Hopefully
nice.
there's another good
You
goal
think
like
so?
that.
I liked it just because
What was better?
There's like honorable mentions at least, I think. Like Saudi Arabia's goal.
The Saudi Arabia goal
That was really nice.
from the outside corner.
Gavi's goal.
Gavi was pretty good.
I think Richarlison's better though.
He's in the box. I mean,
But still, the way he just like acrobatically like
Vinicius
flips
outside
over.
the foot to him, controls it over his head, and then bike.
Yeah.
that was a beautiful. Just the way.
It was kind of like Neymar's goal in Barca, that he flicked over the defender's head, but he didn't. The Richarlison didn't flick over the defender. It was over himself.
Yeah.
It kind of was a mistouch in a way. He like the ball was just coming so quick that like when he popped it up, it kept going with the momentum to the left, and then he just realized out of like instinct, he just like takes it.
So
and
Vinicius
just,
passed it, and then his first touch was like, oh, he fucked it, and then he just turns around and bikes it to
Yeah.
the corner. Like, oh my god.
that was disgusting. But that was Vinicius's reaction though.
What?
He like he messed it up, or was that
That was my reaction.
Oh, yeah, and then all of a sudden he just like flips over. Literally, as he's kicking the ball with his right foot, he lands on his right foot like when he falls to the ground. Like he's a full rotation. Such a
really
beautiful
nice.
goal. But I did have to say, Serbia. Excuse
What'd
me.
you say?
Serbia in the first half, for the most part, Serbia in the first half did really well. I think they had like their chances and their pressure, although not many. Held Brazil to not really too many good chances, and I think you had good players like Tadic, Mitrovic.
Great players.
They have really good Malenko. The goalkeeper for Serbia was really good. I mean, he was just outstanding.
Dimitrovic, the goalie.
Keeper? Milinkovic Savic.
Milinkovic Savic.
What's his first name? Banja.
Is his brother or something?
There's 3 of them, I think.
Oh my god, that Macron will score again.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
They didn't play like this against Tunisia.
Yeah.
They actually fixed their mistakes.
What? In front of the goal they missed.
He
That
was right at him.
sucks.
Yeah, but Brazil looked really good against Serbia. They were dominating.
You guys know the stats?
No.
Serbia had 5 shots, no big chances. Brazil had 23 shots.
All came of which in the second half because honestly Serbia got more tired and then they started getting dominated. They didn't connect as many passes like they did in the first half. I think it was fatigue for Serbia.
Yeah. Then Neymar got injured.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that. but I heard.
Neymar's out for the group stages. Sorry. Neymar's out for group stages. He rolled his ankle by stepping on a Serbia defender's ankle.
Yeah.
It looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it
There's
was
a picture
swollen.
on Instagram.
What? I didn't see him.
Yeah.
It was
Did I send
it was
that to
swollen.
you?
It was his right ankle.
On Instagram.
Oh.
Again, his ankle issues, dude. It just
Yeah.
feels like he's always getting injured. I mean,
He's
I
injury
know
prone.
that's coming from me, but still, what the hell? Yeah, but Neymar, it's just like an ongoing case, like just strengthening.
It's sad to be honest.
What's going on with him? He can never be consistently healthy. It's unfortunate and it's hindering his career, to be honest.
Yeah.
Missing
But
games.
Brazil's chance creation in that game it looked so easy for them.
Yeah,
to be honest.
and just like their wingers again, they just swapped on like 7 different wingers.
Yeah.
They had like
Rodrigo came in.
Rodrigo.
He made a big impact for them.
Yeah, Anthony comes in, and then Martinelli, who I really love to see play. I think he's a promising player, and just because the only reason he's not getting too many minutes is just because there's so many stars that play his position that he's not going to get the recognition from the coach, and he's going to get less favored than other players like Rodrigo, who plays Real Madrid, won the Champions.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he has it's like there's other arguments that can be made for why he's not playing, so it's going to be hard for him to get in.
Like their roster is so stacked. Like
Yeah.
if their starting 11 all gets injured, their bench 11
Is
is
so
still like better than most of the teams.
they
in the
could
World Cup.
still win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like it's
They have
crazy.
a lot of depth, yeah. Like
So-
England, Spain,
Mhm.
Germany too. But like, Germany gotta learn how to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much as them though.
I think Brazil is so much better.
Brazil is definitely a favorite. I
Yeah.
think they make at least semifinals.
Overall, deserving win for Brazil. To say.
They're expected to make finals at least.
What a game this
Uh,
was.
Qatar?
Yesterday,
Wales and
Wales,
Iran.
Iran.
Yes.
You remember what happened?
2-0. Iran
0-0 until the 98th minute.
Hold on. What?
for Iran.
It was
I didn't watch that
0-0.
game.
It was 5 a.m.
Oh, that's definitely what the.
Yeah.
98?
What?
98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost said 98.
Crazy. It was crazy. I
Until
mean,
98th minute, Iran scored.
the whole game, nothing
That's
happened.
hilarious. I could definitely see people leaving the stadium.
Yeah.
being like,
They scored from like
sucks.
outside the box too. It was
Oh
like,
yeah, it was a shot from the substitute.
It was like 25 yards out.
Oh, that's right. He got a red card. I saw that.
Yeah, Hennessy. He like collided with the striker.
He
Taremi.
He like killed him.
He
Yeah.
came out, and then it was like 35 yards out of the box, and then like he just
I think it was a clear red card. They took
Yeah, for
VAR for
sure.
it.
yeah, it was a red card because he kicked him
It
in
was
the
bad.
face. I mean, while he's running. I
And he
mean,
kneed him like the jaw. It
terrible.
was bad. Yeah. And then they scored in the 101st again, just to
Crazy.
put Wales down a little more.
Down bad Wales.
Down bad.
Good for USA though.
Oh, it was amazing for USA.
I don't know. if
For
that's
USA,
amazing.
what?
Iran have 3 points and USA have 2.
But Wales already had 1 point, so if Wales won, they would have 4 points.
They
So
drew
it
them.
would have been even harder because the USA had England ahead of them.
All
So,
USA
yeah,
needs to
yeah.
do is beat Iran. Not too hard to ask, I guess.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
they scored 4 goals already.
They beat Wales, who drew to USA. So in hindsight,
Well, if USA plays like they did
beat
against England, they could win pretty easily. I
I
think.
think anything can happen.
Yeah, that was a pretty
Exciting.
exciting second half at least.
Yeah.
It was very intense. And then we have Qatar versus Senegal, which Qatar got a goal on them.
Yeah.
It was very
Surprising.
surprising.
3-1 only. I mean, Qatar did better, obviously, than their first game.
Yeah, Senegal scored some goals. It was pretty. Qatar's defense was pretty embarrassing,
Yeah,
to be honest. Senegal pretty much dominated the whole game.
makes sense. Senegal's just stronger team. I think the score was pretty obvious that it would have. Oh wow, almost again by France. But yeah, Senegal. It just looked like they should have won, which would happen. Obviously, they were just a stronger team, better.
Mm-hmm.
Good possession, good attack. I mean, very pacey. I think Senegal. It was just a deserving win. Obviously, there was nothing Qatar was gonna do that was gonna really put pressure. No big chances again, other than their goal.
Mm-hmm.
Just a clear game, clear win.
Whenever I see Qatar play, I don't think they have like an idea of what they want to do. They just seem kind of like not composed. In my
They
opinion,
just like picked up some shop workers from down the road.
I don't know about all that, but they just don't seem like they're working as a unit.
No.
They're just kind of all individual players.
Yeah.
Next game.
You want to talk about your Ecuador next game?
Yo, we should have won this game.
Yeah,
Ecuador.
I think Ecuador should have won.
No, it was a nice goal by Gakpo. I must say.
Again,
I must say.
Gakpo.
But after that, Netherlands died down a lot because Ecuador put down the pressure.
I didn't in the first half. I didn't get to see because I overslept. And apparently there was a goal that was disallowed, and you said it was BS.
It was.
Would you like to touch up on that?
Yeah. What was it? You saw it too, Ana Valencia.
Valencia's goal when he.
Yeah, it disallowed one.
Oh, it was some weird
It was
thing.
off
with
like a corner. It bounced in front of Ana Valencia, and then he scored. But I think
It was a Stupian shot.
Estupinian?
Estupinian. He
I thought
shot the
Valencia.
ball. Oh, I think
fact
Valencia
check that.
scored.
Yeah, he was the one that scored.
But
There was another player in front of the goalie, which I
Yeah.
think was blocking his view.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have saved it anyways.
Yep. It didn't seem like that was the biggest problem because he was kind of walking away from like the cross
Yeah.
that was initially put in, and then Estupinian comes in, takes a shot that gets deflected and goes in.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, I guess the call was
they
that
called
he
it like interference or something.
interference. Maybe we don't even know for sure, but it seemed like it was interference because he was in front of the
I
goalie.
think it should have been counted.
Yeah, because it wasn't even like intentional. He was just there
Yeah.
because he was coming out of the cross like from before when he was in the box. So I feel like that could have been a goal. Controversial again.
Yeah.
But then you got Valencia coming back.
They scored early in the second half, right? Ecuador?
They scored. Yeah, 49 minutes. It was like a rebound, but you know.
Yeah, they really turned it around second half.
I remember we were watching it though, but they hit like the post like twice in the span of like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fine.
Oh, dude, Ecuador had their chances. So
A little unlucky.
But
Oh my
it was good for them to come out with a draw because they say tie with Netherlands now. Points,
yeah,
points
but it would
wise.
have been nice to have extra 2 points.
But next, they verse Senegal.
Whoever wins that game goes through.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they both have a win. And, well, Ecuador has 4 points. Senegal 3 points.
Yeah.
I think we could say about Netherlands.
So we have
No,
to draw.
they could tie.
We could draw or win.
Yeah,
just
you
can't
just can't lose.
Yeah.
Senegal has to win.
Against who?
Netherlands also has to. Well, they verse Qatar. I think it's a guaranteed win.
So Senegal has to be who?
Ecuador.
Go through.
Oh.
Who's there? Be there or be square because you went around.
Yeah.
I think Ecuador has this. I
I
think
think
they're doing
Qatar's
well.
already out.
But Valencia's injured.
Yeah, he got injured with
in the
Netherlands.
late second half.
His
Oh damn, that's a bummer.
Did you hear anything about it?
I heard it wasn't that.
You got any news
it
about
wasn't
it?
that serious.
Was his
Yeah.
And
knee?
he has like a couple days to rest anyway. So
And he went off the
hopefully he'll be back.
stretcher.
Yeah, that's some. Dude,
Maybe he didn't want to injure him more or something.
don't risk him by walking off the field.
That's a tough one. I think.
Too many
Although
got hurt.
Ecuador played very well, they really had like good connection from their wing backs. Estupinian playing well.
I honestly underestimated them.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Good draw, Qatar, Ecuador.
I didn't think they were going to do this well too. I see them actually being a very strong team and like kind of playing like well against big teams and being able to like get chances and actually like play fair. And like it wasn't like they were getting walked over.
Yeah, like they weren't getting lucky against that.
Yeah, they weren't getting
Yeah,
lucky.
I
They were getting their chances, man.
What stats?
And I think Netherlands again. You got Frankie De Jong in the middle, and he's
Oh
just
my god!
what's up with that?
Total shots: Netherlands 2, Ecuador 15.
What?
1 big chance for 0 for Ecuador.
Bro.
pretty much even possession.
But that's ridiculous. The amount of shots.
Expected goals from Netherlands 0.1, and then Ecuador's 1.68.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
So-
Ecuador could have won that game. It was odds.
Ecuador 4 on target, 1 on target for Netherlands.
Jeez, 1 on target, 1 goal.
1 hit the post. For Ecuador.
Jeez.
10 shots inside the box
Holy crap.
for Ecuador.
Ecuador did have. I feel like Ecuador.
Netherlands got lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Although Netherlands good in the midfield with Frankie De Jong, he seems like pressure.
Mhm.
He just loves pressure. Like he could get out of it. Just the way he
Oh,
spins
yeah.
players. I love watching him play because it seems like he makes it too easy for himself.
Yeah.
Like the way he just turns a player, and it's like the player who's so good and athletic just gets like sent to the shops. Like
Ajax Academy taught him well.
yeah, he's doing really good.
Ajax has a lot of good players.
Yeah. They have a good training, like, academy.
Who else came out of there? I don't know if Ibra came out of it. Did he?
Yeah, he did. He played for them.
Suarez, too, right?
Suarez came out of there. Cruyff came out of there.
Serginho Dest
Yeah.
played for
The
them.
Lit.
Delict, yeah, a lot of players. A lot of players from that
was
team are playing for the
Van de
Netherlands.
Beek.
Van de Beek, yeah.
I don't think he does amazing enough. He played well for Ajax
What a horrible
in
foul.
their Champions League round. Did the Champions League run. What's the timer at?
Timer's at
Check the camera
an
thing.
hour 13.
We're almost done, so.
Anyways, we got England and
We're up
US.
yesterday, and I think we're good. We're
Yeah.
chilling.
I think we touched on England USA already a little bit.
We can talk about it more though.
Let's have a
Yeah.
good
We
talk
can
about
the right back.
Let's
Oh my
have a talk about him
God.
after. I
So
mean,
we were all watching it here.
watch
and
party.
They subbed out Dest. Did he get injured?
No, he just got
No,
subbed out.
No, definitely
Subbed
not.
out for this guy
Shaquille Moore.
Shaquille Moore.
Oh my
Sounds like he plays
God.
basketball.
He did not look like he played soccer.
His
Like it was his
touch
first day playing soccer or something.
super heavy touch.
Like, yeah, he didn't. Like they only called him up because he's fast or something.
Yeah, I don't know where he came from. I don't know who he plays
I
for.
don't know. Every time he got the ball, go like shaking.
You
He
get
was so scared
nervous
losing
if
the
he's
ball.
gonna give it. Yeah, losing
And
the ball.
Matt Turner too. He was way too confident on the ball.
Oh my God! Yeah, that guy
He
gave
would
me
like
anxiety.
dribble out into the midfield.
Good player.
They did like a fake shot like 2 inches from somebody else.
Yeah,
freaking
bro, what are you doing? It's 0-0.
I mean, Matt Turner did play well, but at the same time, he was making some risky dribbles.
Yeah, he was way too
I
confident.
guess you could praise him. Oh my God, he's so confident.
Yeah,
He was way too risky, like rather than play safe.
yeah. He has to be careful with those because that could just end up in the back of the net.
Oh come on,
Wow.
man!
Was it Mbappe?
Mbappe, goal number 2.
Okay, let's see what happened here.
I hit my bet.
2-1.
France 2 goals.
Wow.
What else has to happen
That's it.
for the rest of the day?
Oh, I bet
Argentina, too.
Argentina scored 2 goals and to win.
Argentina.
Oh yeah, I had Tunisia, Australia under 2 goals, and then Poland, Saudi Arabia both score, and they didn't score. Yeah, didn't hit that one, but.
Well, let's talk about the midfield
Whoa,
of
Did you see
USA.
that stat? It said Mbappe has 14 goals in 12 games for France.
What?
Yeah,
He's just a goal scoring
that was kind of a whack goal though.
machine from Mbappe.
Oh, hold up!
Nah, he's outside.
No, I don't know.
His elbow kept him on.
His fingernails a little.
It got long.
fingernail.
His fingernails long.
86th minute.
How'd that even happen? Looks like he just like threw his whole
He, like,
body
ran
into
into
the
the
ball. Yeah.
Bruh.
Look at it.
Oh, his knee.
His knee.
Hello?
His knee.
What is his name?
Thigh.
He like jumped over him.
Look at
What
him.
the fuck is that
There's
face?
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, England, USA. USA's midfield basically got them to tie.
McKinney and
They
Tyler
dominated.
Adams.
And Giannis Musa
Oh.
again, the trio.
Tyler Adams and Musa.
And McKinney.
McKinney too.
All three of them.
He was kind of on like the right mid side.
Yeah.
Wanna call out McKinney for wiping his hand on him?
Oh, that was
Sure.
funny.
that was
kind of
messed up.
disrespectful.
Yeah, that was really messed up.
He's no
McKinney like wiped his hands off on some camera guy's vest.
just like he didn't give like
I mean, that was smiling. I would have knocked him out.
And
Like,
the camera guy was like happy about it or something.
He touched me.
it was just It was
It was
kind
like
of.
a little disrespectful.
It was because you could just wipe it on your shorts.
You had like insider information about McKinney or something?
Yeah, so
Oh, insider information.
yeah, like McKinney.
Breaking news.
You could just see this kind of like action just shows his personality a little bit. I mean, like you don't have to ridicule him too much, but like it was kind of like not. It wasn't a good thing just to wipe it off and just be like, oh here, let me grab you. You don't matter or whatever.
He said, "Come over here and wipe out my boogers on your shirt."
Yeah, yeah, for real. But yeah, so my friend went to the Dallas Cup when he was playing youth academy,
Mhm.
and he saw it was in Dallas, and then so Frisco, Texas, and he saw McKinney there because I guess he was supporting one of his like youth teams that when he was playing in America, and they go up to him and to say hi, but he just like completely like ignored them, cold faced, like kind of like was not having it with any of them, was just being like kind of like a dickhead, and so that was like his personality, just like he's like not the nice like player, not someone that you could really go up
Not
to
humble.
and take pictures with. Yeah, something like that. Maybe he's not humble too. Like he's just like too much of a superstar, I guess.
Guy got of an ego that was he played with Ronaldo.
Yeah, thinks he's him. Did well though.
Some piece of shit in his hair.
I mean, he's really good though. So
I think Tyler Adams is better in my opinion. But
maybe
McKinney's very technical though. I think he's a good player.
he also
overrated.
he was also by like the 6-yard box and he skied it
Yeah,
in front of the goal.
Didn't he do it a couple times?
I think it was once.
I know that there was
It was Pulisic that also skied it in front of the goal. They need a like.
I think
Number 9.
overall though, we USA like we played honestly
Played well.
we did great. We had a great standard and we like followed through with the plan. Like England, they didn't really get too much going for them. I mean, they did have chances. Like Harry Kane gets on the ball, maybe plays it through, but nothing really crazy.
No blatant opportunity.
Yeah, there was no blame. Like we were stopping Bayoko Saka from getting crosses in. We were like really stopping their attack. And if anything, we were going on attack with many cross. Like we had like 6 corners in a row at one point where we just had countless corners going back and forth, and it looked really promising. Like it looked like we actually could have won that game. Like if we won, it wouldn't have been like a surprise to me.
Yeah, like the first 20 minutes was all England.
Yeah,
It was kind of scary, but then we brought it back, gained our confidence.
It's kind of crazy to like point out that McKinney, Adams, and Musa controlled Bellingham, Mount,
Rice.
Declan Rice.
they outplayed them.
Right, it's kind of crazy because you know these people perform on a club level in the Premier League, and Adams and Musa, you don't really hear much from them.
No.
So it's kind of shocking to see that.
It was very impressive.
Yeah,
It was the engine room in the middle that really powered the U.S. to that draw.
Mbappe threw again.
Yeah, I think USA. Honestly, we played great against England. I think England got shut down.
If we play the same way against Iran, we're gonna win.
100%. Iran's gonna get smoked.
Would that mean we win first? Nah, because
England.
We would have to win by a lot.
Yeah, because they had a goal difference too. If Wales somehow beats England, we would get first.
Yeah.
We beat Iran.
So just beat Iran and
we're play who?
We play Iran.
No, I'm saying like in the next round of 16.
Oh, where are we? Over here.
Yeah.
We verse. If we get first, we verse second place Group A, which is either probably Netherlands or Ecuador.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Senegal if something happens.
Yeah, Netherlands and Ecuador. Probably Ecuador versus US.
I mean, what even happens though? I mean, Ecuador beats Senegal, England. Netherlands beats
Qatar. That's
England.
obvious.
Just goal difference at that point.
Yeah. Because if you tied points, they go to goal difference.
I want to see that.
What is the goal difference?
It's plus 2 right now. It's plus 2 right now.
But they're tied.
Yeah.
2-2.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's that even.
So I don't know.
It depends by how much they win the next game.
Yeah, it depends on the game there. But if they also tie again, a goal
Ecuador
difference.
could be
I don't know what
first.
happens.
My prediction can come to life.
Let's go by alphabetical order.
To be honest, I think some bullshit like that does happen.
I don't know what they would do. Tiebreaker.
I think it goes probably by like who scored first. Or like,
Yeah.
you know,
Alright. I think we can move on. this morning, Tunisia versus Australia.
Wait, I thought that was 5. That was
5 a.m. this morning.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
Australia won 1-0. I didn't watch. I was sleeping.
Yeah, we all was
I would not wake up
I
for
went
that
to bed
game.
at 4.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, why are you asleep so
Some
late?
bullshit at work, but
That's
that's for another time.
That's another day, another
Yeah.
podcast.
Australia beats Tunisia, which I'm surprised because Tunisia looked good against Denmark.
Yeah, I guess Australia pulled it.
Yeah.
They made one happen. I mean, the way they played the first half against.
I know they scored in like the 30th minute, and
Oh,
they
okay.
held it.
They held it. Okay, so that's good for them, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then Poland versus Saudi Arabia.
We saw that happen live.
Saudi Arabia got what they deserve.
Ah, that was terrible. I mean,
Wow.
Saudi Arabia looked like they were doing well in terms of attack. I was watching them; they were really connecting passes through the middle. And they were getting their wingers involved, like their number 2 or the fullback was getting involved for Saudi Arabia and getting up, making runs, and putting in crosses. So they looked like they actually, when it was 1-0, they could have tied it. But all of a sudden, they started being sloppy in the midfield, like losing the ball, giving passes to the midfielders for Poland, and then they played Lewandowski and just went from there. But also, Saudi Arabia's second goal was just a complete gift. It was from the number 8 for Saudi Arabia, gives it away when he comes back, splits the 2 center backs to get the pass. He doesn't check his shoulder. I think it was just a lousy mistake. And
subbed off right after that.
yeah, he got subbed off immediately after. I mean, come on, how you gonna do that to your team? Like with all that hope, he completely like threw away the game for them, and he gives it to I forget to Lewandowski, who slots it away.
He's gonna waste time.
I mean, we're definitely gonna try something.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel that's anything.
Next game on our list is France and Denmark, which is happening right now.
Yeah,
It's a 94th minute.
That was nice by them.
Live reaction.
Yeah, live reaction.
I mean, it's been we haven't been watching like every single minute because we're doing the podcast, but I think it's a pretty good game.
It looks
back and forth.
It looks back and forth, but France definitely has domination of the ball.
Yeah. Denmark hasn't been able to stop Mbappe this whole game. Since he scored twice.
Where are we done with Poland, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, we just pretty much.
He's the only one that watched it.
They missed a pen.
Who missed the pen?
Saudi Arabia.
Really?
1 minute.
Forget about it.
Did they say minute?
Wow. To miss a penalty, they would have drawn the game or maybe even went up early if they didn't get scored on at that point. But yeah, second goal, it was a giveaway. And then it was just completely like them losing the ball in the midfield, giving away possession, just not being composed anymore. It was bad. I think they lost it after that second goal.
Penalty, 44th.
For first
It was a BLX foul on Al Shari.
Oh, okay.
Penalty saved. Chevney saves Aldous Road.
Damn.
Yeah.
They had was that before the first goal of Poland?
That was
Or
after.
after?
That was after.
Well, they had
Chesney.
Chesney.
Dude, a lot of pens are being saved.
Yeah. Many. I think
That's
most
the
pens.
third one, right?
We have Nemo. We have Chesney.
Courtois.
Only one was
Courtois.
scored. It was
Are you
Ronaldo's.
serious? No, Messi's.
Messi,
Good
Ronaldo.
one. Good one.
The GOAT.
Oh, good. Okay, so 3 were scored. Never mind. And then there was like 3 that were saved at least.
Yeah.
Well, Denmark has like 10 seconds to try to tie it.
The nerves are getting to everybody in the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, it's been like a lot of underdogs winning this World Cup.
Just 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
Saudi
2-1.
and Japan.
The underdogs are like playing a lot better than everybody expected.
Yeah. They're playing with more passion.
Yeah. What is it? What a fucking clear.
I think that we're doing Poland, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I guess when this ends, we could talk about Argentina, Mexico. The preview.
Last play for Denmark. It's
like
2-1.
after this game.
2-1 for
Yeah.
France.
It's kind of long.
Long throw in.
Yeah, it's
It's down
Denmark.
30. It's a long
That's fine.
It's a long one.
You check the camera. It's still recording.
Oh, terrible shot.
Yeah. That was the last chance for
That's
Denmark.
We're still recording. Is that
Bet.
it? Game's over.
Looks like this is
It
gonna
might
be
be
a
the last
last.
kick.
Yeah, I really
So,
doubt that.
2-1 France.
Are there?
France goes top of the group, 6 points.
Seals the deal with Mbappe's brace.
Is Denmark second? No. Australia second.
Wow, because they
They
won
won.
against Tunisia.
Yeah.
There you go. But Denmark. Oh wow! Now they
Denmark
play
got-
Australia. So whoever.
Whoever wins between Denmark and Australia goes through.
Yeah.
Australia good time.
Yeah. Denmark has to win.
Yeah.
Holy
It's a
shit.
must win for Denmark. We'll see if Australia can hold it and then get through. That would be a really like breakthrough for them in the World
I want
Cup.
to see Denmark go through though.
I know,
but
I feel like they have better chance, right?
They did great last World Cup or the Euro. When they made the semifinals.
It was against the World.
When Ericsson also like
Yeah, when he had,
passed out.
that was the Euro, I think.
That was the Euro. Yeah.
When the last World Cup, they made it to the semifinals.
Oh really?
Against Croatia.
Yeah.
It went to
Holy
penalties.
crap! I
That
didn't
was-
remember that.
It went to penalties.
But you have to give credit to also Ericsson, like coming back when he was like told that he would never play again. Like we
Yeah.
all thought he was
I'm
done,
surprised he came back.
but now he's here and like doing it again. Like I think it's honestly like he's very inspirational as a player. I don't know, to see a player with that much quality come back. I was
Yeah.
excited because I honestly thought he was just done.
Next game, Argentina, Mexico.
Oh,
Predictions.
Happening in an hour.
Argentina needs to win. The prediction is
I
they
don't-
gotta win, and
I
they
don't
will
think
win.
Mexico's gonna score.
It's a bold prediction.
Why?
I don't know. Mexico's annoying.
I mean, Argentina's
Mexico-
defense didn't look great.
Neither did
Hopefully,
Argentina's.
hopefully, yeah, I'm saying Argentina's
Oh, I
defense.
thought you said Mexico defense.
Hopefully, they fix their mistakes.
If they have a fire lit and they're not so much cocky, like coming in 36 wins, unstoppable, thinking they can beat any team, which they should still do, beat any.
Right. France.
They should beat any team. I think Argentina is gonna do well this game. I think they're gonna turn it around and show why they're so dominant, and that I do think it's very easy for them to win these next two games against Poland and Mexico. So I think Mexico.
Also, yesterday, Messi posted a picture of Maradona on his story.
Did he?
Really?
Yeah.
Gotta go.
What was
I
that
think
about?
It was his 2-year anniversary when Maradona passed away.
Oh,
It was also like, I'm doing this for Maradona.
yeah.
His
He
last
has
World
to. It's just like a legacy. You
Yeah.
can't just like show up to the World Cup and not go far with your team. Like it's
Mhm.
gonna happen for Argentina, and I think it's gonna start with this game, hopefully at least.
Mhm.
What if they lose?
If they lose, they're done. There's no way.
Yeah.
They're
After
done.
Messi, I don't think they can make it far.
What if they get slapped? Or like 5-0?
Then forget about it. We're gonna have a different. You guys are gonna have a different conversation next time.
Oh my god.
I think you're gonna go home crying.
I'm gonna be crying for that. Holy crap!
But my prediction, I'm gonna say 2-0 Argentina.
2-0. That sounds good.
I want to see more.
More?
I want to see
Oh,
3-0.
you wanna see more?
3-0. I bet 3-0.
3-0?
I won't bet money, but I'm just gonna bet.
5-0. That's the last.
Hell no.
Oh,
Crazy.
Messi.
Estonia again. Oh, damn.
Alright. And then I guess we could kind of wrap it up. It's going on a little long, hour and a half.
One boy. I wonder if next week's gonna be the same kind of vibe.
Maybe. I mean, we now know like how long it takes, so we can go a little faster through the games. And then next Saturday, when we record, it's to start the knockout stages.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the start, or is it gonna be like we've
That's the
already
first
got
game.
into it? Oh, really?
The first games.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, there's gonna be more upsets happening too. It looks like.
10 a.m.
So
2 p.m.
next time we record, it's gonna be group stages. I mean, knockout stages. And then we'll have this poster behind us, keeping up with the scores and everything.
Yeah.
I don't
This is
know
a cool
if
poster.
you can be able to see this on the camera. We wrote all the scores.
Yeah, we have all the scores.
Alright. I think you cut off when we were explaining this.
Do we want to go over this, or we just want to do the outro?
You could just do the outro.
You recorded it.
Yeah, it's best. Alright. Thank you for watching. This has been That Soccer Podcast. Tune in weekly for our recurring episodes. And next week, it's going to start the knockout stages. So, I don't know how it's going to be when it starts. Like how the episodes are going to be.
What do you mean?
Like the timing of it, because we upload it on Tuesday. And we record on Saturdays.
I'm pretty sure the first game's at 10 a.m. also.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of like 11 or like 5,
Mhm.
8, 11, it's gonna be 10 and then 2 p.m.
Yeah. Probably have our reactions live. We'll have it on here.
It depending if I wake up on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now we see Messi walking onto the field.
On the field, he's in the stadium.
On the field.
but whoop Mexico's ass. What would you say? 3-0.
3-0 is my prediction.
3-0, 2-0, 5-0. All right, we're all very optimistic
Ridiculous.
here.
Follow us on all our socials.
Enver, plug in your social.
Enver_Desic on Instagram.
I'll put it up on the screen.
That's it.
Twitter,
Nothing else.
MySpace, Facebook.
Yeah, I got rid of those early.
All right,
Tune in next week for our next episode.
peace.
Peace.